A historic evening here in United Park on Jastro, with our first comparative game played on it, a 2-0 win, and the first ever goal scorer on Jastro, who replicates an honour scored on the pitch from 8 years ago. Darren Brown was the first to score on the main pitch back in 2016 in a comparative game, and now the honour of scoring the first comparative goal on Jastro falls to you. And how do you describe that personal moment of triumph?
First assist. Dylan Malley got the first assist, I think. So I just give credit to him. Grant got the win, which is most important, Kenny. But delighted to get the first goal. Might get a plaque or something by the side of the pitch, or even a photo. I'm delighted. But most importantly, we won the game, which is brilliant. And
when you factor in that a lot of the lads have 2 games in under 24 hours, 21 hours to be exact, it was understandable when you look at the second half how much the tempo dropped.
I think it was more of a mental thing, Kenny. We had the ball the whole time, we weren't doing much, we were doing a lot with it, but they weren't too much of a threat, so we kind of slacked off a small bit. But we can't do that anymore, we're down to our lesson. Clean sheet, we've got to keep going, we're all happy, yeah.
And that brings us on to next week, away to Swinford in this, and Maximum Points there will actually set up a titanic battle against Casper Celtic in the last game.
Yep.
So that means you need to repeat the results, whatever about the performance.
Look, I wouldn't think about the Celtic game as we have to keep taking one game at a time. Swinford will be a tough place to go. They've had the Celtic today, so we have to just think about our own performance, go into the next game and get the win, and then we're focused on the last game. But there's no point looking too far in the calendar, we just take it one game at a time.
So moving away from the under 21 competition, of course tomorrow is the FAI Junior Cup away to Erris and Belmullet. Used to be a very tough ground to go to years ago, and sorry about that. Used to be a very tough ground to go to years ago, and I know Westport United teams, even with the likes of Joel Allis and Danny Scallon and all them, would do awful well to get a result out of it. I know Erris have back in the last couple of years, they've came up a couple of divisions, and tomorrow could still be a potential banana skin.
Look, anything can happen. Erris will be fucking well up for it because they want to get a win, go to run in the Junior Cup. They done well this year in the League 1. I think it was, they got to a cup final which they were lucky to lose, but they'll be a good team, they're well up for it, so we have to be well up for it as well. In terms of playing tomorrow, as you know, with the 21 games today, so it's going to be a lot of balance between the 2 squads together, which is tough to do. I know everyone wants to play every minute of every game, but look, it will go tomorrow. We have to get the win. It's going to be a tough place to go, but yeah, I'm well up for it. We're looking forward for it.
And another group we have to give a shout out to tomorrow is the underagings in the Quigley Cup final against Con Rangers, and they play Con Rangers twice in the league, beat them away, lost them at home. So it's a tough game for them to navigate, really, if they want to get over the line.
Yeah, look, it'd be a huge achievement for them to win the Quigley Cup 2 years in a row. Would be huge, but look, they're a great fucking team, great team. Not too sure how Con Rangers are, but I know the Westport team are great. So I know we have the Junior Cup game in Erris, but if people don't want to take a big trip up to Belmullet or Erris, they can head over to it's Milebush, isn't it?
Correct, yeah.
2 o'clock.
Yes.
Head over and give them a watch because they're a good team and they need a bit of support. So best luck to them.
Indeed, and we'll all be giving a shout out to them, and it would be the first time that any team in the club would have won back-to-back Quigley Cups if they do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be a huge achievement. I mean, they deserve it because they were tough few games in the league. They didn't do great, but the cup, they get the cup back-to-back in the cup. Huge achievement, history made. So yeah, best of luck to them.
Indeed. Many thanks for talking.
Thanks, Kenny.
A historic evening here at United Park with the first comparative game played on the new AstroTurf. The Flies coming on in the second half, and they're in to boot. Harrison Quinn, being the history maker, is scoring the first goal on the AstroTurf.
Never get the end of it. Yeah.
And it was a game we did control almost entirely throughout, but to be fair, we did drop the tempo a fair bit in the second half, and probably in retrospect of what's coming up tomorrow, I think it would have been no harm for that to happen. But how would you reflect on that yourself?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Kenneth, I thought we were exceptional in the first half. Our movement around the ball and running into pockets of spaces and our combinations on the wings, just really, really good. We could have gone in at half-time 6, 7, 8-0 up. I hope I'm not doing Ballina a disservice there, but I have to say, in fairness to Ballina, they made a couple of adjustments at half-time and it made them a little bit more solid and a little bit more dangerous. And they worked really hard and they stuck in the game and they had a chance. You know, if they had taken 1 or 2 chances to make it 2-1, it would have been an interesting game. So I spoke to Aidan after the game, their manager, and just said, listen, you should be proud of your players because he's a really young team and they stuck at it. So it was an interesting game that way, and I think you're right. For us, we dropped off a little bit in the second half. We tried to protect some of the players, so we took a lot of players off to protect them for tomorrow. I thought the players that came in did well, and it was overall it was an enjoyable evening. The first half was really enjoyable. The second half not as enjoyable because we didn't push on and the game dropped off a little. But just incredibly fortunate to be able to play on a pitch like this, under lights with amongst your own people and some of the Westport crowd there. Yeah, it was really nice. I don't know whether you noticed, Kenneth, that Brian Cusick mentioned it to me, that the Ballina jerseys had, in tribute to Paddy Flynn on them, the brother of Peter Flynn's, and a lovely tribute because he was such an integral part of the Ballina club, and the Flynns are such an integral part to our club here, and it was just nice. And I know we got a few photographs with their jerseys before the game and after the game, so it was, yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a monologue, I know, but enjoyable all around, I think.
And of course, when the floodlights came on, the best chance to make history for the first goal under the lights there fell to Dan O'Malley, and I was going, dear oh dear, after that miss.
Yeah, Dan is a problem scoring. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just one of those people that can score. Yeah. I'm joking. Dan is going to score a mountain of goals for this club, and he just scooped it. He wasn't the only one. Quite a few players missed chances today, but I thought, I hope you don't mind me singling out John Murphy. I thought John Murphy at right full was absolutely brilliant, and he has been for our entire under-21 season. And before that, he might be surprising a few people who haven't seen him playing before, but he has been exceptional all year for us with the reserve team in the Premier Division, and he's carried that into the under-21 competition, and he's been playing just brilliant football.
So, with the quick turnover, that means tomorrow a loss for the lads are in action again in the Junior Cup away to Erris, which is a banana skin tie by all accounts. And as you may remember, years ago, Erris was actually the hardest place to get a result in the entire county.
Yeah, and I know Michael McHale, Owen's father, who manages the team. He's a really nice man, and he'll have a plan in place for us tomorrow. And his son Owen was in on a Kennedy Cup team that myself and Stephen Duffy and Joe Fahey were involved in a good few years ago. And Owen's a very, very strong player, very physical player, and they have some very competitive players and players that can hurt us. So we will not be going down there under any illusions that it's an easy game. We will have to be at our best. And
my own mentality, apart from the last time we played them, going down there would always be, when you go down there, don't expect to come out with anything at all. Nope. If you get a win, you're doing extremely well. Even a draw, you're doing well.
Well, you have to earn it. You have to go there with the attitude where if you're not playing at a good intensity and you're not passing the ball crisply and quickly and you're at it, you'll be found out. That will not happen tomorrow.
And moving on to another big game tomorrow, the Quigley Cup final. If Westport do win it back-to-back, it would be a historic first.
Yep.
And of course it's important to give a big shout out to all the lads that are involved in that game tomorrow.
Nick and Adrian and all the lads, we know some of the players from the Premier Division, from the Premier team that played with us. We had a little mini challenge game here during the week against the 18s, and they were really good. They're well able to play football and they're well capable of winning that. So we wish them all the best tomorrow. It's a pity we can't be there to cheer them on.
I know, and of course for the supporters, Harrison actually said it already. If you can't make it 2 hours, please make that effort to go back to Umber Park and support the under-18s in their final.
Yeah, it's one of the next things now that we have to do. Now that the majority of the facility is built here, the next thing we have to do is try and reconnect our support base with the teams in the club. It's so important that the people of Westport recognise the club as something that they want to come and support. So it's going to be a major drive now, and it has to be led from the club. It's not the supporters' job to just, you can't expect the supporters just to turn up and pay on the gate. It's led from the players, and it's led from the teams, and it's led from the managers, and it's led from the club. We have to give the supporters something to come down to. So we will be working on that, and hopefully we can get the best supporters in the county back down here to United Park.
Indeed. So moving on to next weekend, I know the Bees are here against Fahy, and
can I just before you say that, did I hear that the under-21 B team won down in Achill?
I didn't hear anything.
1-0. Is that true, Harrison? Did the under-21 team, the B team, win in Achill? 1-0. Well done.
Great stuff.
Well
That's
done,
great news. And they were down to the bare bones.
They went to Achill. They're in a division with all A teams. We're the only B team in the county. So that's just brilliant to hear that news. Well done, PJ, and well done, lads.
And Fahy Rovers here next Saturday afternoon at 4:30. That will be a home dinger of a game for them.
Yeah. And PJ he's bringing a real professional sort of attitude and organisation to that group, and it's great to see him. And he's an important guy in our club.
And of course, away to Swinford for the A team, and a win there will certainly set up an intriguing tie against Celtic in the final match.
Yeah, we're looking to win all our games. That's kind of the bottom line, and that's the standard we have to set. That's the standard that all of the adult teams in the club have to set. You go out to win every game, and you earn the right to win the game. You work hard enough, you're humble, you earn the right to win games, and you go and win them. That has to be the mantra.
Indeed. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks between tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday tomorrow week. Connacht Cup, Connacht Shield.
Yeah, I feel tired already because PJ is going to take the Connacht Shield. That would have been naturally my team. I'm taking the Connacht Cup, taking the FAI Cup tomorrow. I took the U.21s today, and God, it's pretty overwhelming at the moment, but we'll get through it. Indeed,
and we certainly look forward to the next couple of weeks. Big games, quality players in action, and we look forward to a few good results again.
Hopefully, if we work hard and we have the right attitude, we can win the games. That's what it's down to.
Indeed. Thanks very much again.
Thanks, Kenneth.